Okay, let's dive right into this explainer and meet Mark. Now, last year, Mark bought himself a shiny new car. But, before he could even think about taking it out on the open road, he had to take care of one absolutely crucial detail.
Part 1. Mark buys a car.
So, Mark went ahead and bought an auto insurance policy. In very, very simple terms, he basically made a deal. He agreed to pay the insurance company a set amount of money, and in return, they promised to cover the big, scary costs if his new ride ever got damaged. Now, we call that set amount a premium. It's just the small amount of money Mark pays every single month to keep his insurance active. Mark actually picked a policy with a super low monthly premium, which was great for keeping his everyday costs down. But as you might guess, in the insurance world, a really low monthly bill always comes with a bit of a trade-off.
That brings us to part 2. What is a deductible?
So that trade-off I mentioned, that is the deductible. Basically, a deductible is the chunk of money you have to pay out of your own pocket first before the insurance company steps in to pay for the rest. Because Mark went with that really low monthly premium, he had to accept a much higher deductible. So he's saving a few bucks right now, sure, but he is definitely taking on a lot more financial risk if he ever gets into a crash.
Let's see how that plays out in Part 3, the accident and the bill.
Well, wouldn't you know it, a few months later, Mark bumps his car. It was a pretty minor accident, but man, it came with a major bill. $4,000. Mark obviously didn't want to pay that whole thing by himself. And thankfully, he didn't have to because his insurance kicked in.
So here's exactly how that math works out. Remember Mark's high deductible? It was $1,000. So Mark pays that first $1,000. That's his chunk. But once his $1,000 is paid up, the insurance company steps right in and handles the remaining $3,000 of the bill. Pretty simple, right?
Moving on to Part 4. The policy limit.
Now you might be wondering, what if the crash was way, way worse? Well, Mark actually had a giant safety net built in, and it's called a policy limit. This is simply the absolute maximum amount of money the insurance company will ever pay out for a single accident. Think of it like a hard, invisible ceiling on your coverage.
To put that into perspective, Mark's policy limit was $100,000. So since his $4,000 repair bill was, well below that massive ceiling, the insurance company totally covered their share without batting an eye.
And finally, Part 5. Do you know your numbers?
After all the dust settled, Mark really understood why it is just absolutely crucial to know these terms before you pick a policy. Just as a quick recap, your premium is your regular monthly bill. Your deductible is the money you pay up front if you crash. And your policy limit, well, that's your maximum safety net. Finding the right balance between those three numbers is literally the key to protecting your wallet.
So I'm going to leave you with a question to check your own glove box. Do you actually know your numbers? I mean, if you got into an accident today, exactly how much money would you have to scrape together out of pocket before your insurance even helps you? It is a super vital question. Take a few minutes today to find out for sure. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope you feel a lot more confident about how your coverage works.